Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. It's Friday, and that means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown.
Hey, everybody.
OMG.
It looks like Smackdown's starting off with...
Yeah, Sami Zayn. No.
Ricochet
and that'll be, what's his name? Happy Corbin.
Yeah. But it looks like they're going to have Drew versus Sami tonight.
Yeah.
If anybody cares or is interested.
Everybody cares about that.
Everybody wants to know everything.
And there is Happy Corbin coming on down to the ring.
Oh, the New Day returns tonight. Ooh, the gloriousess. Let's see. Walter's in the chat. Film's in the chat. Luna's with us. Hey, Luna. She's here early. I know. Like, are you okay? You doing all right? Anyways, Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan. Walter's booing Happy Corbin. Not happy about it. And, Walter says Ricochet for that win. Walter wants Drew McIntyre will be the next WWE champion.
I believe so.
Ravi's with us. Hey, Ravi. Film says, let's go, baby. It's SmackDown time. Says, let's go.
Should be a good one.
Travis, big hugs, big heart. And Hassan says, hi there. Hello there. Hassan says, not much. What do you mean, not much? Not much is going on?
On this
Friday. What time is it for you, Hassan?
Is it in the morning?
Are you a morning time person? Is it the next day for you already?
I just hope somehow that Happy Corbin can pull this victory out to make this feud worthwhile.
For us, it's still Friday.
Because it makes no sense to have this feud keep going if Corbin isn't going to win some of them.
He's got to win something, right? It makes sense, but they'll probably be like, no, you're stupid.
With his Wanna Get Lucky shirt on.
I want to get lucky.
Ricochet and Corbin.
And it started right off. No talking tonight. Thank the good Lord. Somebody decided they shouldn't have shit talking in the beginning of their shows. They found that it probably gives them really bad reviews. Good job.
I doubt it. It's storyline building.
Gothflesh says, I heard that, sis. Wink winks. Said not much. And Chris Akane's in the chat. Hey, Chris. AEW is falling apart before our very eyes.
Do you think
they need
so?
MJF, and WWE thinks they need Bray Wyatt.
They're going to have to do something, and maybe they already have him. Maybe that's why they did what they did on Wednesday. We have no idea.
Nobody knows but them.
Yeah, maybe they have that ace in the hole.
Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce. Says, well, happy Friday. Oh, happy Friday. How's it going, Wrestling Gab? Bryce is here.
It's doing fantastic. It's been a great day so far.
Chris is like, Hassan in the chat. Yeah. Sophie's in the chat, too. Hey, Sophie. Says, hi. AEW Dynamite got 1 million viewers this past week. Good for them.
Yeah, we'll see if that holds.
Vindicator is also in the chat. Hey, Vindicator says, just popping in to say, hi, guys. I'll be back after this rehash match that I don't give a hoot about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Corbin should win this one, I would assume, since he didn't.
Vindicator, we all know that you just go to another wrestling chat and talk in there instead. It's fine. You don't have to say that you're just leaving not to watch the match.
Yeah, so he only leaves during the Charlotte matches, Carmella matches.
To go into somebody else's chat.
Britt Baker's and now Ricochet's.
I've heard from people in the chat that that's where they saw him at. So, Ron was like, "What? No talking first segment? Exactly. I'm totally don't even know where I'm at right now."
They went right into the action. I'm sure we're going to get plenty of talking though.
Ooh, talky.
But I am looking forward to the Bloodline, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I'm looking for Ricochet to
Drew
whatever
McIntyre.
he was supposed to do there. Looked like he had to pee his pants or something.
Look at that.
Ants in his pants. Ants in his pants.
Baron Corbin threw him up there, but he landed on the second rope. Spins down. Ricochet. There he is on the announcer's table. They better cut to a commercial immediately.
Right there.
And it is. It's commercial time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Right? Bryce says,
what do you?
honestly, I don't think Bray Wyatt is going to AEW. So either he's done with wrestling or he's going to come back, and WWE, both of my honest thoughts on it.
He could come back to WWE. I don't know what they would do with him in WWE, but he could put over talent, I guess, if that's what their plan is for him. I don't know if he'd want to come back for that, but he was making so much money before. He's making like $2 million a year.
Right.
For years. And so he's got money, and he doesn't need to work.
For a little while anyways. Maybe he could get a real job. Robbie says,
Burger King.
D, didn't know you were religious. I didn't think I was, but I guess, Ravi, you took it as that. Walter says, Thunder Rosa has a back injury. She will be out of AEW for months. Oh, bummer. Sophie says they are taping SmackDown for next week as well.
After this one. So it's going to be a double show. So we're going to have some spoilers. What happens before we go into the pay-per-view.
Robbie wants to know if I can tweet Tony Khan. Nope. Robbie, that's all on you, my friend. Chris says apparently DMD and Hater across hate Rosa.
Oh, it's time for Rosa to go bye-bye. Anyways.
I can't imagine why they don't like her. Robbie's like, and tell Tony how you feel about AEW. Robbie, why don't you do it? Walter's like, Eddie Kingston from AEW got suspended backstage for a fight.
Yeah, him and
Walter?
Sammy Guevara don't get along. Dad? Yeah.
Can I give you something?
To
smell it?
I guess.
Does it have to be thrown?
Oh, to see how old they are. Did you just open them or something?
Okay.
They're...
What is the date say from 18? Argus, get out. Argus, get out. Argus, get out. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I ate one.
Yeah, rancid. Yeah, throw them away. I'm surprised they were even in there.
Yeah, they were in the back of one of the aisles. I broke that up, and now it's 3-tiered.
Now, the question of it is, though, is when you did all that, did you check all the dates?
No, everything's bad if you do that. I didn't want to throw everything away.
Well, you
I was
should
gonna-
have, because
No,
now I've got to
'cause
go
then
through it and throw
you'd have been
away.
Like you threw everything away.
No,
it's
because I was like, that seems like a lot of stuff if he actually went through it and got rid of stuff. Because I was
I
like,
didn't
there
get
should
rid
be
of anything.
a lot of stuff that needs to be checked.
Yeah, I didn't throw away anything. But yeah, I bet you almost 90% of the stuff in there needs to be.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I was looking at
Some of it's
cereal.
stuff I
I
got,
was
like,
like-
because McKenna was going to be here, and then she decided not to be here, so it was just like, I'm not going to eat it.
Well, some of those cereals are from like 2020, 2019.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Chris is yakking about hand in pants matches. Gross, dude. Bryce is like, say, when is Happy Corbin going to get a push? Or should I say Baron Corbin? And Walter's like, Sammy will lose.
You know, we could get a Happy Corbin turned back to Baron Corbin and maybe get a push. I don't know why we wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe.
He's definitely been there through it
I
all.
feel like it's paused or something's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting things happening. Oh, I guess it came back. That was the longest, weirdest break ever, guys. Like, I don't know what's happening on your guys' end, but on our end, it was, like, paused for, like, 5 minutes. Robbie says D knows about pants. Well, most people hopefully know about pants, Robbie. And hopefully a lot of people wear pants.
Invented by the Germans in the 1900s.
I don't want to
Potato
know what
chips.
that was.
Eat all those potato chips.
It's your dumb cat.
Did he get into the cabinet?
The pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't been allowed in there, so I'm sure he's very excited to go in there. I've kicked his ass out multiple times. Like,
All right,
slammed
Baron
the door in his
Corbin
face.
slamming Ricochet all over that table.
Sophie says, I'm surprised they Dynamite got 1 million viewers. I thought they would have lost some viewers. Nah, they probably stuck around to see what would happen to CM Punk.
They can't lose viewers when they have one of the biggest heavyweight championship fights of all time on paper. Right?
Yeah.
CM Punk and John Moxley?
Yeah.
You're not going to lose
They only
views.
went for 5
After that,
minutes. After that, they might have lost some
what was the
viewers.
ratings after that match?
Right. What was their peak, and then what did it drop to?
We'll see over the next 2 or 3 weeks what their ratings are. You can't go by last night or Wednesday night's ratings by what happened on Wednesday night's show.
Yeah. Let's see. Bryce says, oh, yes, I did watch AEW. It was pretty good. I was happy that Dr. Britt Baker won. And not only that, Rebel was holding the big, terrible towel. I thought that was epic.
I saw that, yeah. In her Pittsburgh colors. And there's going to be, a fatal 4-way for that. And Jamie Hayter should win that for storyline reasons, but I just don't see it happening. I think Tony Storm's going to win it, but...
Oh.
But Jamie Hayter wins that as an intern, and then Britt Baker just teases her the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, well, I had the title, but I had the real one, and
Oh, right. So stupid. Vindicator says somebody has been spilling my secrets to Lady D. It must be Ayla or Sophie or Walter. Spies everywhere. LOL. Meh. See, I know. Meh. Chris says, I heard reports earlier Bray has signed with WWE. Cool.
all sorts of reports.
Sophie says AEW didn't have any interest in Johnny Gargano, which I find to be somewhat surprising. Well, after they hired all the other ones and nothing happened, why would they hire one that looks exactly like him?
It's not a needle mover. Like, he's not going to help with Raw's ratings.
No.
If
and if you think they will, you're
if
delusional.
anything, he's going to hurt Raw, but he adds to it, and I feel like everybody should have something when you're watching wrestling. Like
they can root for the underdog. Why don't they give him a chance?
He's the perfect guy to wrestle.
I don't understand.
You know, your Chad Gables and your Ricochets and those types of guys.
Why can't he be somebody?
They make for good matches, and people like that stuff. I'm not a huge fan because he wrestles like Daniel Bryan, and people know that I'm not a Daniel Bryan fan.
Walter says, no, Vin, not me, LOL. Vindicator is smiling, and Robbie says, D knows about a real job, right? Bryce is like, man, let's just say the Jacksonville Jaguars are not doing so well. They literally got hammered by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think anybody's ever said the Jaguars were good, but, you know.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Sophie
well,
says
the season hasn't started yet, so we'll see how that turns out.
Right. Sophie says it makes sense for them to do a double taping of SmackDown since they are going to the UK next Saturday.
Right.
Bryce
Unless
says,
they were going to do some UK shows prior.
True.
But they're not, so.
No. Bryce says, oh yeah, I heard about the AEW. It's very weird when it comes to people who don't like each other. Robbie says, D, you are the one who likes to critique wrestling. Am I? Sounds
Ricochet weird. Flips back.
Flutters.
It's Corbin.
Flutters in the chat. Hey, Flutters
Flutter.
says, who? Question mark? Walter's like, who was that? Sophie says, I wonder if Fox will give SmackDown the night off when the holidays come around like last year.
I don't think so. And the reason I'm going to... Well, I mean, they could do something where they recorded a week or two early. But Christmas Eve's Saturday. You know? Christmas is Sunday. So there's no reason to have it off.
Yeah.
It's just a normal day.
Yeah. I would.
The 23rd.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Some jobs will give you, like, if it lands on a weekend, they'll give you, like, the following day or
Monday.
Day before or off or something. Depending on how it lands, sometimes. Not saying places do, but. Oh, Walter, that was just McKenna.
So they're going to take Monday
She's
off
here.
for Raw?
Yes.
No.
Sophie says, I wonder if Fox will give SmackDown the night off. Oh, I read that. Robbie says, a little out-of-date food. It happens, dude. I probably bought those goldfish. Well, if they were 2018, I bought them in 2018.
Yeah.
And that's when McKenna was here a lot more. And then she decided not to be here more.
4 years ago.
And I don't open and eat them.
When she was 12.
And so I don't really eat that stuff that often.
Drops them down. Yeah, I don't know what to go by on dates anyway, so I just let it all go.
If it was like maybe 6 months after the Best Buy date, I would probably be okay, but a few years now.
Just 4.
Sophie's like, SmackDown won't be on the FS1 in October, but only for Game 1 of the World Series and maybe Game 6 of the World Series go that far.
Yeah, I don't mind when they do that because then I can watch picture-in-picture on my TV because it'll be on Fox Sports 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it's on cable here. Although it is on cable here, but it's just on 2 hours later or an hour later.
Right.
And I don't want to be an hour behind everybody when we're doing our live show.
Hey, Leopold.
Makes no dollars. And if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. What?
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 What? Rob is like vintage cereal. Boom says, oh, by the way, DMD was actually there too at that game. Cool. Crazy's in the chat. Hey, Crazy says Mets winning the World Series.
They could.
You never know, I guess.
They have a legitimate rotation for the first time in years.
Oh, the shooting star is totally going to get him.
Ricochet wins.
That's ridiculous.
So just burial. A burial service for Corbin.
Well,
Ricochet
make sure
beat him
Corbin
clean.
goes away. There you go, everybody who's a Ricochet fan. He's such a great wrestler that he can beat men twice his size. Lies! Like, that kind of a move would really make it so he could win. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Are you saying Bolshevik?
Bullshit!
There's a little bit for everybody. Obviously, the Happy Corbin things, that's what they're playing at. That's gone. It's over. He's no longer happy. He's no longer in front. He's no longer lucky.
Robbie says, do you wear Levi's? No, I don't. I do not wear the brand Levi's. Do I wear jeans? Yes. Do I wear the brand Levi's? No. Walter says, ouch, on the table. Film says, a.k.a. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at TIAA Bank Stadium. Flutters is trying to, something here. Meditate here. Silence, please. Namaste. Probably not the chat you want to be in if you're trying to do some meditation. Luke is in the chat, though. Hey, Luke, says hi, all. And hi, Dalitha and Trav. Hey, Luke. How's it going? You ready for your weekend? Film says, yeah, you're right, Misty. That was a very short commercial.
Oh, Street Profits in the back with Meth, not even once. Adonis and A-Train.
Oh, these retards.
Was that his name? Was it A-Train? A Fab. No, she's... Street Profits.
Stupid. All right. Let's see. Walter's like, hey, Luke. Robbie says, Corbin going in. Walter says, okay, at 9:30, I'm going to be here Monday for Raw, but I'm still here in chat. Luke says, all I know
Is it T-Pain?
is...
It's something like that, like...
so dumb. Like,
So all 5 of them coming out together?
so I guess that Paul is just like Vince. Oh, do you guys look the same? We should put you together. You guys make one big group. Freaking stupid.
Put Ford with him. He'll be their single star. Get rid of Dawkins.
And get rid of the other ones. Slowly but surely get rid of them all. Luke says, all I know is AEW's locker room is apparently a romper room on crack. LOL. Eddie and Sammy bickering. Britt and Thunder bickering. It kind of seems like AEW is showing some cracks.
It happens. When you don't have leadership, your men go crazy. There's no leadership.
True that. Robbie says, how long has Rey got left in WWE? As long as he wants, probably. Luke says, hi, Walter. Robbie's like, D, crying in the corner like Liv. Was I? When? Sophie
Why are you
says,
crying?
I have no idea. Ask Robbie. He seems to know everything, kind of like you. Sophie says, remember all the reports that the AEW is a positive place to work and the WWE was hostile? And now look how the tables turned. I don't really see that. I think WWE is still slightly hostile, Sophie, from what I'm seeing and how things are going in matches. I don't think that that's going to play out very well. And there's going to be a lot of wrestlers who are going to be unhappy with what's happening. But are they going to be able to do anything about it? I mean, all you guys want this, right? You guys want Paul to just erase everything that Vince has ever done. Then they should just get rid of WWE. Because in all reality, the only reason why WWE is because of Vince McMahon. And if you're going to have somebody else run it, he's going to have to find a way that kind of like balances both the changes he wants to make and improve upon and the old school ways of things that have been going on that still make sense. And he's not doing that right now. That I can tell. I mean, but as Travis says, we'll just have to sit back and watch. Time will tell.
It's all you can do.
Exactly. Walter says Ricochet would get this win, which he did. The person brought in Goldfish, not Cam, who I meant. I know who you meant, Walter. That was McKenna. Somebody says, I heard the draft is rumored to take place after Mania, and Howard Crowton 2022 is in the chat going, question mark? I don't know. Sophie's like, but the problem with SmackDown moving to FS1 is not that many people have that channel. Well, I guess they'll just miss it that time, won't they?
It's the truth. And hey, they still might be able to watch it on the app.
Fox Sports app.
You know, and that could be a thing. I don't know if it's true, but...
Rob is like, do you let me
I haven't
remember
tried.
not to have food at yours that might be 10 years old? No. I usually go through and clean out a lot of stuff, but some cabinets just don't get looked through very often, and that's one of them. Walter says, yes, Ricochet won good match. Chris says, who would win an asshole match, Sammy or Eddie Kingston?
Eddie wins that every time.
He's from New Jersey, man.
No matter who it is, he's probably the biggest ass in
He's
wrestling.
from New Jersey. It's a double.
I mean, no matter what he does, he's always in trouble. Like, he's never made it big, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's his attitude. And I'm not just saying that to be negative. I'm actually saying it to be positive, too. Like, he's just that way. Mm-hmm. And if you like him or you don't. But you got to remember, he spit in Claudio's face when he came back. He said he wanted to beat him up. He was all sorts of angry at him. They've already moved Claudio away, and now it's Sami Zayn, or whatever his name is, Sammy Guevara. So it just doesn't matter who it is.
He's going to find somebody to have a meltdown with.
Right. Kind of reminds me of people that I know, where they always have to have conflict. They can't just be at ease.
Robbie says, D, it's not BS. He probs can. No. Sophie's like, AEW Dynamite will be moved to a different night and time in October as well because of the playoffs or something. And Luke was laughing his ass off about what Pat McAfee was saying about Corbin. Howard says, where's my t-shirt? I don't know. Where
did
is
you
your
get on
t-shirt?
Instagram?
Hopefully you're wearing a t-shirt.
I didn't get on Instagram, so if you send us an Instagram post.
Walter says
Sorry.
Pat McAfee drawing on Corbin. Funny, going crazy, says Sophie, you got inside moles in the business, so you know a lot. Chris says Carmelo from NXT should take over Hit Row. Walter says Street Profits get the red cups. Howard says, how dumb is my music? Rob is like, be fab. Sophie says, I read news reports and watched certain websites. Howard says, your scammer is stewed. It's fucked up. Crazy's like, oh, and Howard's like, what the fuck? And Chris says, also Kenny and Ospreay hate each other, and Howard's like, talk to me.
I don't know if that's true. I think that's more of a work with Kenny and Will Ospreay. Like, Sean Rossap was interviewing Omega, and he just kept talking trash about Will Ospreay, and he's like, holy crap, this is going to go out. Like, people are going to hear this. Find out on Wednesday that it was a work. That's why Kenny walked out at the end. And he's like, so Sean Rossap got played. But he didn't realize it.
That's awesome.
But,
That's hilarious. He deserves to get played, little jackass. Douche canoe. Crazy's like, oh. Chris says also Kenny and Ospreay hate each other.
they don't really hate each
Not
other, but in the
really.
wrestling, K-Fab, they do.
Howard says, talk to me. Robbie said, oh, you were crying earlier. Was I? I don't remember. Dr. Nick is in the chat, though.
Hey,
Hey,
Dr.
Dr. Nick.
Nick
says, hi, everybody.
Good to see you in here, Doc.
Howard wants to know why are you calling my name in the ring. I didn't know you were in the ring. Ernest Bell is in here for a minute. Hey, Ernest. Robbie says WWE will always be around, bad or good. Walter says, hey, Dr. Nick. Sophie says, I don't know where the rumor came from that AEW Dynamite will go to 1 hour and AEW is rumored to have another show coming.
I do know that Discovery did tell them they need to tone down on their curse words. But there was nothing written in the report about the middle finger. I know a lot of people were saying, well, the middle finger's worse. But I think what it is you got kids that can hear. They might not know what the middle finger means.
Right.
But they can hear when they're saying bitch and shit.
Maybe you should teach your children that those are words that grown-ups say and you don't say them. Maybe you should learn your kids. Wow, what a concept. Gee whiz. So it's like that, and Robbie says, I don't care who runs WWE, it will never have the golden age back. No.
No.
It won't ever be a golden age. It'll continue to be whatever mainstream garbage they need it to be. Robbie says, or Daz says, hey Robbie, and Howard says, are you texting me on Instagram? No, bitch, are you texting us on Instagram? You asked about a shirt, dude. So, Instagram is the only way. Looks like I'm enjoying my
Karrion Kross, guys.
Got all our Halloween stuff set up this week. We're going to go turn it on officially tomorrow night. LOL, the neighbors keep encouraging us to go bigger. I said if we go any bigger, the neighbors are going to have to pitch in.
So are they not going to wrestle? What in the hell does she have on?
A bat. She's wearing a bat. Just a bat.
Are they going to put these guys in that match in Cardiff?
Maybe.
They only have tonight to get it figured out.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. That was cringe, but the rest was good. So he's got a mouthpiece, but now she's just eye candy.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we're going to have that fatal four-way.
Paul Heyman, he is somewhere. Luke says bigger. The neighbors are going to have to pitch in. Chris says can't wait for Shotzi match, aka hand and pants time. Chris.
What's happening right now?
Drew these promos. Sophie says with them doing a double typing, don't expect that much wrestling tonight. Daz says, hey guys, what's the card for Rampage, please? I don't know, Daz. Crazy says Kingston is also generic. Howard says a scammer, yes or no. Sophie says whenever SmackDown does go to FS1, it takes me a while to find the channel. No, Howard, we aren't texting you on Instagram. What is going on?
Bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah.
Are you seeing bugs?
I'm not seeing bugs. They're those black bugs.
Did you take some drugs? Just kidding.
If there was more than one, I'd be like, ah! It's just like one up there, and I hit it. And then there was another one here, or it was the same one.
And now he has disappeared. We don't know where he went.
It's those box elder looking things.
Yes, Martha's in the chat and says, when they all said money, 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 money all together, and we'll spat out a cup of orange custard. Nice. Robbie's like, Dee knows a lot, or does she? I know nothing. Robbie says, Dazio, where are you watching Jamie Phillips? Luke says the Omega versus Osprey thing is a work. It's already been proven. And Sophie says, Amazon was going to buy EA today. Ernest says,
What?
AEW,
That would be sick.
Is it on?
I wonder if they would do anything crazy, like have it free with Prime or something. Like EA Sports, like have games on there or something.
I don't know. What I don't like about that is the fact that Microsoft has been buying up a lot of game-making companies as well. And I don't like that. That
Microsoft is different because they're just going to be on the Xbox. So yeah, that would be shit.
They'll have a monopoly on making games, and I think that's bullshit. I think that they should leave the fucking companies alone. Stop trying to make everything big corporate business, you motherfuckers. Ernest Bell's like, AEW, is it on? No, AEW isn't on until later for Rampage.
Rampage will be
after
on
SmackDown, hon.
At 11 p.m. Eastern. I think. No, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Howard's like, are you going to answer? It was a scammer. Okay, Howard, if you think that Wrestling Gab was messaging you on Instagram, it probably was not us. Because we haven't been on Instagram or messaged anybody for a while. So, it could have been a scammer. But I don't know your life. So, Film says, here goes Drew McIntyre's backstory. Daz says, Robbie, has Jamie said anything about me doing Fantasy League for Champions League? Daz says, Robbie wasn't on his tonight, Robbie. And Robbie says, no, he hasn't, Daz. Howard says, was a scammer then. Sophie says, with the new AEW show that is coming, they didn't say if it was going to be another reality show or TV for Ring of Honor. Daz says, I'm doing one, Robbie. Walter's like, okay, more matches. Robbie's like, D, but you enjoy the garbage. Crazy says, I think Eddie Kingston stuff with Claudio and Sammy is a work also. Claudio comes off nice, but is a vicious person when angry who will not allow anyone to spin on him. So I don't believe it. Chris says Scarlett Bebe. Vindicator was happy about Scarlett as well. And Luke
Smoke
says,
show.
LOL, Scarlett looking like Paris Hilton from the early 2000s, and I'm here for it.
And curvy.
Walter says Cross and Scarlett. Howard says was all scammers. And yes. Vindicator says, Travis, I think Scarlett boobs are bigger than Natalia. Not quite.
I don't think so. Just, yeah.
Just a different shape. Yeah. Robbie's like, Shotzi will get battered. Sophie says it seems like they are building to two feuds with Cross, one with Roman and one with Drew.
Yes.
Chris says Hearts.
I heard something about Roman signing a part-time, or not a part-time, but a limited time deal, like where he only does it so often now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how true it is. There again,
maybe he was ready to retire. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he wants to do other things. Maybe he likes his grandkids.
He's just going to be a main event guy. He's got the Brock Lesnar contract. It's perfect.
Yeah, that guy. Howard's like, thank you. Robbie says Dumpling after her niece will get squashed. Vindicator says Xia Li easily has the best wrestling gear. Walter says, hey, yeah. Leopold the kitten.
Love Xia Li. I just don't like that they put her with Shotzi Blackheart.
Sophie says Johnny Gargano's wife could show up on WWE or even AEW since they have interest in her. Daz says, is it 2 pay-per-views next weekend, Clash and AEW? Yes.
Yeah, this week, not this weekend, but next weekend's going to be busy.
Yes, next weekend. Walter says, tough to choose in this match women tag team. And Robbie says, D, they want to make money. Chris says, who would win in an asshole match, Rosa or Liv?
have no idea. I don't know what Liv's like.
This is a very stinky cabinet.
Yeah, that's from that primer.
No, it also smells like all
okay.
the stuff that's in there. All the cleaning stuff.
It
so
smelled. It smelled before I put stuff in there. I had read it on the internet that primer, because it's water based, you're not supposed to use. You're supposed to use oil based, I guess,
Oh,
because it'll make it have a smell to it. Because the OBS or OSB, Oregon
Oh.
Strand Board, isn't supposed to get wet. I'm like, oh well, it is what it is.
well, that's stupid.
Dana and
That's a weird smell.
Samoan.
Probably gonna die.
Tamina. And then Dumplin'.
As Ravi says, there's a lot of fake accounts, yeah. Sophie says AEW is kind of running into the WWE Pro by putting
Drop
random stuff
and
together.
Nikki. All right, this match has started. This match could last all night.
All night.
Well, with Triple H in charge,
I'm
this
giving
could
it
be
5 minutes.
a 45-minute match. All right, Xia Li's in there right now with Nikki ASH. She's almost a supervillain.
Sophie says if Roman survives as champion past Clash, who is going to face at Survivor, since that is the next big pay-per-view he's scheduled for.
Right. If he's got both titles, then they'll probably just do something else. They might go to some old-fashioned, elimination Survivor Series style matches.
Sophie says they are rushing the semifinal match in this tournament. Walter says, do drop
They
a
have
Nikki
to.
for the win. Interesting pick. Do drop a Nikki, huh, Walter? Robbie
Oh.
says, LOL, D better get Ajax out and clean it. It is clean, Walter. Or Ravi, it's clean. It has nothing to do with being dirty. There's a lot of cleaning supplies now in this closet, and it has a cleaning supply smell besides whatever smells coming off of the wood.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of stinks right here. I might have to leave.
Jeez.
It's making my nose stuff up.
Too.
And my eyes water. Nobody likes that. Crazy says Survivor Series doesn't have that same feel as it did in the 90s and 2000s.
No, it's just not as important. Plus, they try to put title matches on there. Anytime you put singles matches on Survivor Series, it's just weird. The whole point of Survivor Series is having 5-on-5 tag team, or even 6-on-6 or 7-on-7 matches, elimination matches. The whole card, there's not supposed to be title matches on there. They didn't do that until the late 90s, and then it got weird. If you just make it what it was, it's fine. You don't have to have title matches. Just make tag team matches.
Yeah.
Survivor Series. You survive the series.
Phil.
Oh, Dana Brooke going up top.
Yeah. Sounds
Nobody's in the
what
ring.
What time is it? It looks like it's
Peanut
late
butter
Fox
jelly time.
So it says we are going to have 2 women's tag matches tonight.
Possibly. I don't know. Is that going to be the other one? They're going to do the other round also tonight?
Crazy says, why is Nikki still a superhero if she's a heel? LOL. She's a super don't.
Oh, Dana.
She's a super villain.
Nikki looked like she got hurt,
Uh-oh, she's broken.
but maybe not. She did grab her ankle immediately, but Sonya grabbed her, pulled her into the ring, and it's over. Sonya Deville.
Maybe that's why. Ruff's checking on her.
So it looks like Nikki ASH might have got her wind knocked out of her.
Something happened. The ref's still talking to her as she's trying to, roll out of the ring and stuff like that.
Oh, she did land on her ankle. See
She
it?
landed on it all sorts of
So
stupid.
everybody else landed on it too, but she's not grabbing her ankle.
Yeah,
See?
but I think she's... Yeah, but look which leg she grabbed. She didn't grab her right leg. She grabbed her left. So...
Ouch. Well, that match was a squash match. I lied.
I told you it was 5 minutes. Yes, I am so good.
It's like
I guessed how many
3.5
minutes it was
minutes.
going to be.
Yeah.
5 minutes, bitches. It's a good thing Paul took over.
So is that match now next?
Yes, it should be. They're all warmed up.
Did these guys already wrestle in this tournament?
Yes. They did.
Did they?
Yeah, they did and lost, remember?
To Raquel and...
I think so. I think they lost to Raquel and them. I think they were the ones that went up against them first.
That's weird that they're just rehashing it.
Right. Chris says, that green hair, woo! And Sophie says, it sounds like we are going to get a lot of NXT call-ups in the following weeks and months. Robbie says, also cleaning it would work. No, Robbie, it would.
The only way they're going to be able to call people up is to get rid of people that are already on the roster, which means that they're going to be getting rid of the older guys, like your Sheamuses maybe, and
Right. Right.
Drew McIntyres, your Roman Reigns*. It
Get rid of all them.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to be cutting all those guys.
Replace them with tiny men. I mean,
well, unless
boys.
they're going that route.
Let's get rid of all of them.
But I mean, obviously, you can bring more people onto the main show and just have people less on TV. Like instead of having Sami Zayn on every week, you can have him on every 3 weeks.
Right.
I don't mind that. It
True.
makes his story more intriguing when he's not there all the time.
Right.
That's what, like Roman's doing perfect right now because you don't see him all the time. So it doesn't get washed up.
True. Robbie, the only way to make anything with that change, since you want to clean it so bad, is unpainting the boards. So if you want to come to America and come over, you can unpaint the boards to clean it, to get rid of the smell. You go, buddy. Films like it's armpit time. Chris says, where is Big Papa Sonia at? Well, she came in and did her business
she won.
and left. Luke was like, what the hell was that finish? Walter's like, Lacey Evans.
I think
Kurt
Nikki
Hill,
got
she was
hurt.
wrestling.
You might want to watch that again in an instant replay. But Nikki, like when she was backdropped with Dana, she missed the pile and it made her land on her feet.
And they
but
all
then
kinda landed
everybody
on her
rolled
ankle
onto her from behind.
So it looked kind of weird. So hopefully she's not injured.
And she grabbed it immediately. But then when they rolled her into the ring, it was nothing. Like, it didn't hurt her anymore. She didn't grab for it or anything.
Right. But I think Sonya kind of helped her into the ring. And
Well, that's not the point, though.
stuff.
So she gets pinned.
Right.
Wouldn't you grab it again after the match was over? Like, oh, shit, this hurts. But it said the referee was rolling her like she was maybe got the wind knocked out of her or something.
I don't know.
It didn't seem like a knee or leg injury after she had grabbed it the first time.
Right.
Immediately, it looked like leg. You suck. You suck.
Yeah, but where was Sonya during that? I didn't see her.
She was on the other side.
Maybe she was getting instructions. Like maybe something happened. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, Robbie's like Dana Brooke thinking she's Charlotte Flair when she's wrestling.
Yeah, right? Trying Charlotte's moves there.
Film says, no, Travis, everybody knows what time it is when it comes to my favorite women I love very much. And Luke says Lacey is also not medically clear. Oh, that's nice. So he says Survivor Series is legit sellout if Triple H wants to make Survivor Series different, bring War Games. Chris says Sonya wins. And Walter says Sonya and Natalya won. Boo.
With a backdrop.
Right? Film says it's armpit time. Luxury Gamer in the chat. Hey, Luxury Gamer. Says hello. Film says, dang it, Natalya, stop wearing long sleeves. Sophie says that match was kind of boring.
Who got their Hogwarts Legacy set last night or yesterday?
Walter
Anybody
says
else
Stephanie
buy-
was right about the match 5 minutes.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Luxury Gamer says, would that be a crazy match, Jungle Boy versus Roman Reigns? It'd be a squash match and Roman Reigns would win.
Yeah, I mean, it
Unfortunately,
depends
but-
on where they wrestle, whether it's squashy. But yeah, Roman wins it no matter where they wrestle. But it could last 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. Vindicator says outcome makes that a wasted match. They should have just put Sonya and Natty through automatically. Walter says AEW All Out will be a good pay-per-view.
I'm looking forward to it.
So he says you could do a call-up from NXT without releasing people. They have done that before. Luxury Gamer says, I heard AEW put a warning out on WWE.
Right? No tampering.
A warning for what?
Tampering.
Tampering with what?
They're employees. Don't inquire about our people.
Oh. Vindicator says, so much for Butch reverting back to Pete Dunne. Chris says, who would win in an asshole match, Charlotte or Ronda? Charlotte. Vindicator says, Travis, were you a Kurt Angle fan?
No.
Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert says, hey, what's up?
I don't hate Kurt Angle, but I was never a big fan of his, ever.
Not much, Robert. How are you doing? Sophie says, with the way they are building this Rollins versus Riddle feud, they should add some sort of stipulation to it for their pay-per-view on Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Chris says, who would win in an asshole match, Christian or Edge?
Oh, obviously Christian. That dude might be the biggest asshole besides Eddie Kingston in the sport.
Sophie says, NBC is rumored to get rid of the 10 p.m. slot to put on more news stuff. Okay.
NBC 10 p.m. spot. So that'd be 8 or 10. What's there now? I mean, like, does that have anything to do with wrestling that you're trying to tell us about? I don't know.
Either.
Because it wouldn't matter because USA is where Raw is. If that's what you're talking about.
Bryce says, well, I kind of have mixed feelings about this women's match, kind of giving her giving it to Dana Brooke and Tamina, but I guess Natalya and Sonya will do. Robert Warney says, I'm great. I'm off work now. Fantastic, my man.
Good to
Bryce
see
says, what does the future hold for Raquel Rodriguez?
The sky's the limit. I don't think there is a limit. She's going to be world champion. Unless she does something stupid. It's basically the ball's in her court. If she does everything slow enough, she could be world champion by WrestleMania, 41?
How? 41? Is that what you just said? Isn't that like 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Jesus. So if it's like 10 p.m. on NBC, usually has Chicago PD, Law and Order, Organized Crime, and I think Dateline.
Nah.
Chris says, here comes Eye Candy Shayna. So he says, if Liv gets past Shayna, that will be a miracle. Luxury Gamer says, that's weird that next Saturday is WWE pay-per-view and the next night is AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, and NXT pay-per-view.
Yeah, so AEW has always done their pay-per-view on Labor Day, actually. So for them, it's not weird. Like, for them, it's normal.
Yeah, that's our weekend.
The other two, though, are weird. And they're just being assholes because, you know, they want to be.
It's going to be a good show. Oh, there's Sheamus.
My nose is stuffed up enough I have to breathe through my mouth.
Butch
From this month.
Ridge.
Crazy says that shoot Chicago PD. They shot Chicago PD on my block, LOL.
Oh, wow.
Are you just being facetious?
Is that because your block
There
is
is
very,
Chicago.
very criminal?
Sophie says, I remember Vince saying that doing a pay-per-view on Labor Day weekend is stupid.
Starting fights and drinking pints.
It's the Newsboys. Oh, Chris was
That's
like,
gonna be
holy
such a
shit,
good
Sheamus
fight.
challenged Gunther?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Gunther's coming out, too.
Guess it's happening. He decided to challenge him.
I don't know how Europeans are allowed to talk to each other, but McCaffrey.
Sophie says, who would have thought that people actually looking forward to WWE pay-per-view than an AEW pay-per-view? Chris says Gunther is going to destroy Sheamus, though.
I don't know. Sheamus is hard to beat. And I know Vince was ready to be done with Gunther, and so we'll see how Triple H handles it. I mean, I would rather it be on Gunther, even though I love Sheamus. This is a pick 'em for me. I like both of these guys.
Right.
Not a fan of Butch. Ridge could probably go also.
I don't know if that means anything or if anybody's having problems, but nobody said anything.
Right.
I just didn't know if it made a
It
difference.
looks all good on this side.
Okay. Walter says, here comes Gunther. Chris is like, Pete Dunne versus Gunther. Zivrico's in the chat. Hey, Zivrico says, sup, everyone.
Sup. Sup.
Luxury says, do you think there's going to be a surprise at AEW All Out? I don't know. It's a long pay-per-view. There's a lot of matches so far, so who knows?
I hope we get some surprises. We usually do.
Sometimes they're very lackluster.
We're probably going to get a battle royal like we always do with the cards. So we're going to get a Joker.
Mm-hmm.
So who's that Joker going to be?
Right.
It's never been anybody too impressive, but it's been. I think Christian was one of them, wasn't he?
I don't.
I know Brian Cage was. Who was the funny?
Danhausen, wasn't he a
No.
Joker? No. Oh.
That little guy. What was that? Leo Rush or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was one. Like, oh my gosh, anticlimactic. So it's never been anybody of worth, like huge worth. Although I like Brian Cage, but they just buried him over there. Walter's a huge dude,
Nobody said it.
but
He's not happy.
Sheamus is a monster. The
Mm-hmm.
dude's all of 6'3", every bit of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's also wearing some heels tonight, but that's okay.
Sheamus?
Sheamus. Mm-hmm.
And he's still not as tall as Gunther?
Nope. Depending on how high up Walter's shoes are, his boots, they're pretty flat.
Yeah, they're just wrestling
But
boots.
Sheamus is wearing some heeled boots that have about a heel like that on them.
Dang. Yeah, I was watching him work out with John Cena, and he's just a beast.
Who? Sheamus?
Sheamus, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But what's funny about it, though, is that he can't keep up with, like, Asuka's, like, regime that she does. He's like, I couldn't keep up with her.
I'll make you a promise.
Kasha. He's going to drag it. Ooh, lifeless. Walter's booing Sheamus and Butch, and Chris has Gunther.
So he's the
already
red
beat
dragon
Reg and
now?
Butch.
So what do we just have a bunch of dragons now on everything?
Guess.
Interesting.
Ooh. Crazy says, no, they actually shoot all the main scenes on my block.
Wow,
inside
this
the
match is
PlayStation.
going to be the best match of the night.
Cool. Chris says this is real NXT UK matchup.
Yeah, this is legit shit here.
Ooh, he's going to chop his chest into bloody bits.
I'm going to break your body. I'm going to break your spirit.
Ooh. Ooh, he's going to break him. Films like, here goes Sheamus talking smack to Gunther. Luxury says,
Oh,
do you
Butch
think
just attacked
AEW
Ludwig.
is building new
I
stars?
don't even care. Ludwig's fighting. Nobody else even just let him fight in the background.
Right?
They're like two children.
Like these little children.
Oh, Ridge is getting involved. Ludwig took Ridge out. Oh, no.
Oh.
Ridge isn't done. Notice Butch attacking old Walter there.
Oh, no. Luxury says, do you think AEW is building new stars? No.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing it right, but they're trying. I mean, you
They've-
got Wheeler Yuta, the Daniel Garcia. They're trying.
They're building the
I just
wrong
don't know
ones.
if they're doing the right people. But they're
What?
definitely trying.
What happened to the men they started out with?
Oh, God.
The lads. This is
like
just silly.
parents. They're like holding them.
Walter's like, come on, guys, I want matches. And Chris is like, Sheamus has never won the IC title. That's why he wants it to have every title from old era and new. Film says, here goes Butch. He is losing his mind. I repeat, losing his mind. Chris says Gunther versus Sheamus should be in a steel cage match.
Yeah, that would be sick. Look in the back. Nikki and Dewdrop are arguing in the back.
Couldn't imagine why.
Because This girl looks like she just got out of a 1980s video.
She's like, I worked out.
I work out.
I got physical.
The boat.
Luxury says Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, the real WrestleMania match. Marvel Cuphead in the chat. Hey, Marvel says, hi, everyone.
Hey, boss.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, Bailey's out in the ring.
So weird.
So we got some Raw broads on here tonight.
Jeez. Sophie says, afternoon pay-per-views are good because people could do stuff they normally do on Saturdays at nighttime after the pay-per-view.
Oh, it's a Y. That's close.
Oh, I don't have to go. His guy just called and said he could go, so I'm off the hook.
All right. You can watch boxing with us tomorrow. It's good to see Bailey back. I really do enjoy Bailey. Even though I can't stand her. It's one of those ones. It's just nice to see her back. Because
Right.
she's one of the best in the business, in the ring.
I wonder how she'll be with her
She's
knee
behind
replacement,
Michael
though.
Cole, and she's like, Michael! He's doing a show, like a live match. And he's like trying to ignore her. And she's like, ding dong! Ding dong! Poor guy. He's trying to concentrate. And she's like right there. Michael! Ding dong! Ding dong!
Poor guy. All the shit he puts up with. Jesus.
Well, him and what's it, McAfee? That's pretty funny.
Films like Here Comes Sexy, Kieran Bailey. Chris says the Bailey Buddies, Sky Kai. Sophie says next week you guys are going to be super busy. Film says Misha Travis, I like Bailey. Sophie says, all right, we are going to have another afternoon pay-per-view when they go back to Saudi Arabia. Vindicator says, so now we know why the four-way was 5 minutes. Triple H making Sonya and Natalya work double shifts tonight. Maybe Natty needs extra dough for more enhancements.
Oh, Lord. More Botox on her cheeks.
Luxury says Austin Theory might cash the money in the bank after Drew versus Roman.
Yeah,
Anything
you
is
know,
possible.
and it's going to happen at some point. And that's what makes the most sense to me. I was just hoping that it wouldn't be for the undisputed title, the
Right.
Roman thing. It's for one title, and then it's just clear as day how they would do it. I don't like how they're still trying to make it the undisputed title thing. It's like you've got to separate them or keep them together and bring back the World Heavyweight Championship and put it on Raw. But you can't take the WWE Championship and put it with the Universal title. You got to get rid of the Universal title because it doesn't even make sense. The universe, the champion of the universe. Oh, is there other worlds in the universe? Oh no, never mind.
Yes.
Just this
Lots.
one. What's scarier, that there's no life out there or that there is life out there?
I don't know. What is scarier?
It's a tough one because if there's no other life, then we're the rarest thing in the universe.
Right. So.
But if there is life out there, then we're just life, and that's okay. It's not so alone feeling.
Oh. 'Cause I've never really
There either
thought about
is aliens or there is a lot of aliens. And if there is a lot of aliens, why haven't we seen them?
it. Right.
And the reason is because everything's so far away. There's no way they could get here. I mean, if you think about it, even the light you see some of it can be 1 billion years old.
Right.
So how the hell are they going to travel that far?
Right. No, that makes sense. I mean, that question. I don't know. How?
Artificial intelligence is your answer. Artificial intelligence on a ship that can run on some sort of energy or magnetism or something.
Right?
Because a biological entity can't do it. So it's not going to be alive if we ever find an alien. It's going to be a robot from 1 billion years ago.
Right.
Or 1 million years ago, or however long it took to get here. And it's not going to be a robot. It'll be artificial intelligence. It'll be way smarter than we are.
Right.
But once artificial intelligence gets going, we're going to see leaps and bounds in almost everything. Especially technical, like cancer treatments and viral treatments and all that. Because it'll just figure out the DNA, the sequencing. Anyways, back to wrestling. Enough about aliens. I have nobody to talk to about this stuff anymore.
About your AI and aliens.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
Alien stuff.
I don't speak alien stuff, but I do like ancient aliens, but I just like it for the history. It's like, you're never taught that shit in history. I didn't even know half of these temples existed.
Right.
I'm like, dude.
Well, because it wouldn't be part of our history.
should
I mean, it'd
still
be part of
teach-
human history, but it's not part of our history.
You know,
Like,
I love
your-
hearing that shit. Like, all that stuff's badass.
Oh, Sammy's outside of Roman Reigns' thing.
Yeah, he's got a match tonight with Drew. Roman's going to take him in.
Sophie says that it is weird that they are rushing this tournament. Crazy says I don't want Theory to have that belt until he gets a new finisher. That move is trash.
Look, Jay doesn't look happy to see him. Jimmy does. And remember what they said, what Roman said. Don't talk to Jay. Jay's an asshole. You know, you just talk to Jimmy. See? See?
Have a bonding
That's why
thing
I
going
said,
on.
don't talk to Jay. Always talk to Jimmy. Jimmy's the one with the cool head. What are you doing out there? See?
We're just gonna walk in there.
Jay laughs. I don't even know if he meant to laugh, but he did laugh. This is a nice room. It's all right. You know what to do.
How's everything going?
You got a match a little bit later.
Chris says,
You lost. Well, it's hard to win that one.
I did technically lose.
Wrestling Drew Mack tonight.
Chris says, who would win in an asshole match, Cora Jade or Liv? I pick Cora because she kind of has the go away heat ever since her heel turn. The asshole champion. Luxury
Cora Jade.
gamer
Oh, Cora
says-
Jade. Yeah, she's like a 12-year-old girl, but she doesn't look as young as she looked before because they've got her in black and she's got black hair. And
Oh, so she doesn't look as weird.
she don't look like a 12-year-old.
Oh, that's good.
She looks like she's 17.
Luxury says, do you think AEW would be terrible if Dixie Carter came in?
Well, yeah, of course. What? Yes.
Sophie says they should have merged both world championships after Roman won both championships at Mania. It will be interesting which promotion has a better pay-per-view next weekend.
Right. It's going to be a tough one. That Sheamus and Walter match is going to be off the chain.
Yeah. I mean, it should be good.
Gunther. It's going to be a hard one for AEW to compete with. They got to find something for Jon Moxley. We're going to find out this
Go ahead, doing the
Wednesday.
dance. Poor Jay. They shouldn't show him because he's supposed to be all mean.
He's
He's
trying
trying
not to-
hard not to laugh his ass off.
It's hard.
He's
though. I
just
bet you
back there
should.
just like, I mean, his face is completely red.
Look
Now
at-
he's like, I got it all together. He's like,
It's a bonding thing for all of us. He smiled again.
That is true.
You do command respect.
Walter's about the Usos booing and boo Sammy. He's just booing everybody. So he says if they want AEW to die, bring in Dixie Carter.
Yeah.
Chris says, Travis, there are things I can tell you, but lots of people would call me a flat earther or conspiracy theorist. But I tell you the moon is plasma, and if you look closely, it is a reflection of Earth. And if you look closely at the moon, those craters are not craters. It's the reflection of the Earth, and there's actually more land than just the continents on the maps we have known.
Flat earther, huh? Nothing wrong with that. I kind of like some of those stories because I loved books from Rice Burroughs, and it's about that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm all about it. I mean, obviously, we've been in a round orbit, and it looks round to me, but do you know how it was set up? So basically, the North Pole's the center. So picture taking a map and then laying it flat like an egg in a pan. And then around the whole outside is Antarctica, and it's a big ice wall.
Okay.
On the other side, there's more land.
Oh, is that what they're trying to say?
Right, and and the world keeps going, and there's other continents, and it's actually kind of cool stuff. And I mean, I want to read the stories because I like that stuff.
Because nobody's ever gone from one side of Antarctica to the other side of Antarctica. That's what they say.
It would be too big and too cold. Yeah.
Just put a robot. It's fine.
Right. Or just fly an airplane, like some sort of a thing. They got to have something that could do it.
Oh, no, sorry. It was Natalia against Gigi and JC was who it was.
And then they lost, and then they got it. Why didn't they just give it to them for losing?
Right? Like, well, since they were the ones that were in it, well, we have to make it fair. Luxury Gamer says the late Sean Atkinson was like a brawler in WSL Roller Jam. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye. Sophie says, for some reason, the Sami Zayn Roman thing is going to lead to Sami Zayn face turn at some point. Her said, Jimmy and Jay, real J and J security.
Yeah.
Sophie says, I remember Roller Jam. It was okay, but weird. And bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you on Monday, bud.
I don't know what Roller Jam is, but I do remember them having, like, roller derby on TV when we were kids.
Right.
Kind of like that, the American Gladiators. It was kind of like that stuff. But they roller skated.
Philip says, no way Roman Reigns just let Sammy in.
Sony just winked to you.
I don't think so. Sophie says, with
I just
Gunther
watched
versus
it.
Sheamus, who will people boo and who will they cheer? I think the London crowd will be confused. Luxury said that. Phil said, in other words, here we go with the women's match. What time is it again? Robbie says, D's laugh woke me up. Film's like it's armpit time, and he loves Raquel and Aaliyah.
All right, there's the bell.
Sophie says, do you think AEW would have scheduled their all-out pay-per-view on that Saturday instead of moving it to Sunday?
Absolutely.
Chris says, also the poles are actually mixed up. North is south and south is north. Robbie says, Phil better hope the armpits don't stink. And Chris says, no, they haven't gone past Antarctica because it's militarized and will allow people across the ice barrier.
There it is. That's what I was talking about. The military's iced barrier.
Sure, guys. So if it's like Roller Jam, I think was on before Raw at one point. Chris says, Sonya's so sexy. Thinkers like Travis, who would you rather see as tag champions, Dakota and Io or Sasha and Naomi?
Dakota and Io. Anybody but the two that you just named. Literally. I would rather have Shotzi and Aaliyah. Oh, God. Might have to crucify me after saying that one. That's a tough one.
Right?
But, I mean, obviously, if Sasha comes back, she should be a singles wrestler. Naomi can do whatever she wants. I'm not a huge fan of Naomi. Like in ring or anything. I've never really much cared for her, but Sasha's a top 5 woman. And right now with these new women, she might even be a top 7.
Luxury says Sophie Roller Jam came on after ECW. Sophie says, I wonder why they doing the tournament final on Monday and not wait until after the pay-per-view.
Because they have a match at the pay-per-view. Io, Dakota, and Bailey are going up against Esther and
Bliss and Asuka.
And so they can't have two matches in that same night. Although we're watching Natalya and Sonya have two matches in the same night right now. But anyways, so they're not going to do that. Now, will they be champions, though? Dakota and Io.
When they go into that match.
Or will it be Raquel? I feel like it's going to be Raquel and Aaliyah. You have an eyelash right here. You got it. You didn't get it. Well, you got it, but you just moved it over. But anyways, it's fine. Queen was such a great band. It's fine. Don't you're gonna make your face all red. And tell people I smacked you. He manipulated me into smacking myself. La, la, la.
Says, I think I kind of remember Roller Jam then. And Chris says, Elo, Shotzi, and Aaliyah are literally enemies. Luxury says, I remember when Kenneth Log 3 brought in the ECW stars in against the New York Enforcers.
Nice. I just don't remember it. I'm sure it would be a great sport, though. You know what I was thinking? Nobody else in the chat's going to like this, but you know how EA Sports has games?
Yeah.
Like basketball, FIFA,
Right.
Football.
Yeah.
Quidditch.
Do a Quidditch.
Because everybody talks about the Harry Potter games, and it's like, why don't they just do one? And then they don't have to do it with Harry Potter. They could do it with the pro teams.
Right.
In the books or the storylines. There's like 30 of them.
Right.
They could have They could have a Quidditch Cup every year.
That's funny.
Right?
Yeah, they could do something
And just do a Quidditch one. And you don't have to have fan interference and the harpies and the Velas and stuff, you know, like hypnotizing them. But you could, like, before the game starts where everybody's like, ooh, the Velas are so hot. You know, it doesn't have to be Harry Potter, Ron, Hermione, any of that stuff. It could just be Quidditch.
Right.
As a video. I think it would work. I think it would sell. And I bet they could make it so much fun that it would be fun to play. Even for people that don't even watch Harry Potter. Like you're flying around on a broom, beating bludgers and catching golden snitches.
Right.
All right, Raquel manhandling both of these broads. Sonya, her little sister, and Natalya. Is she going to do a double suplex? The power.
She couldn't get Sonya over very well.
Yeah, because Sonya didn't jump. So Bailey's sitting down. The other two girls are standing up because they're not as important. They're not important.
They're not important.
$25% off orders over $49. Maybe that's why I should have ordered those things. Might have been cheaper on there.
Doubtful. I don't think they have them on there.
Oh, I thought that's where you looked at one time when you were looking. When you were showing them to me on Wednesday or...
No, they weren't under
Okay.
wrestling. They weren't under WWE
okay.
stuff at all.
We
But
should
I
get
know
on
it.
there and check it out, though. That's a lot off. A quarter. See if there's anything else out there.
Sophie says, so whoever wins the tournament must have to defend at the pay-per-view then?
Not necessarily. We've seen the women's titles not be defended before. But they could. But it would be weird. So after this tournament's over, every woman's tag team has been defended. So if Sophie's hinting at what I think she's hinting at, Sasha and Naomi show up.
Right.
But
So-
would they drop the titles off the new team within a week?
Not for those stupid bitches. They better not. I'd be so fucking pissed.
Oh, look at that. Sonya's just raking her face.
Sophie says, did you see the picture of Vince and his new girlfriend?
Is this a joke? No, I have not. but it would be funny if it was a joke. Does he have a beard? I saw all sorts of pictures of Vince on Twitter. I don't know if they're true or not, but he had like a beard. And...
Oh, jeez. Chris says, who would win in an asshole match, Sasha or Sunny?
Definitely Sasha.
Luxury Gamer says Mark D'Amato and Tim Washington brawl with ECW. So he says Roller Jam didn't last that long.
ECW.
For not that many people to remember it or heard of it.
I can tell you right now, I've never seen one episode of ECW. Back in the day when I watched wrestling hardcore every day, every second that I could, never watched it. I thought it was like a weird gimmicky extra thing. I even watched old AEW AWA reruns at that time because it was always on ESPN. But never seen ECW. And then they brought it to the main roster, and then they had the guys, and that's how I knew who they were. But I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who Taz was or Sabu. There's a couple other guys there too that I don't know. RVD, that's where he came from.
Oh.
Rob Van Dam. Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was actually really said, but that's what we used to say. That might do it! 1, 2. Raquel kicked out. Get these two broads tearing each other apart.
It says, if you love that 70s show, it's coming back to streaming, but not Netflix, but on Peacock starting September 1st.
Same people?
I thought they were doing that 90s show now or something with it.
Oh,
Luxury
that's
says
it.
Roller Jam quit, and now Impact Wrestling now owns that arena.
Raquel!
Crazy says, will it have Hyde Sophie? LOL. No. Sophie says Impact was doing good for a while, then Dixie Carter ruined them. Chris says we got Bailey out there jerking Michael Cole off in there. Raquel and Sonya should be a team. Sophie's like, no. It won't have Hyde. Luxury says, I'm sorry, it's Kenneth Loge the third. He was the one who owned it. Okay.
My question with this is, if you get disqualified in a match like this, you lose. So hypothetically, the titles are going to go on to the new champions no matter what happens. Count out, disqualification, forfeit, pin, submission.
Chris says, no, it's not a joke. Vince was spotted with a woman. Crazy says, Travis with man. Travis, what the hell, man? Chris says, ECW is so awesome, Travis.
Yeah, I just never watched it.
Crazy says, you're killing me, Travis. Sophie says, I think I saw one episode of Roller Gem and I saw some episodes of WWE ECW. Luxury says, if you want to see Roller
Maximum
Gem,
Male
it's on
Models.
YouTube. They have their YouTube channel. Sophie says, that 70s show, the original will be on Peacock. Netflix is still doing that 90s show. Oh, okay. Chris says that Brian Pillman promo on ECW was so awesome. He was so crazy, he was even going to piss in the ring, but Paul Heyman and security took him out.
Brian Pillman was something else. He was awesome back in those days.
Vindicator's like,
Maxine
HHH is happy.
Smoke
All
show.
his original NXT girls are in the tag championship finals, all black and gold back in the spotlight.
Oh, the New Day.
The New Day returns.
They just had a funeral like last week.
How did they return from it?
I don't know. Up next,
Did they return from their death? That's weird.
New Day. Uh-oh. Do it. That's actually a pretty good deal.
Sophie says, will SmackDown or Raw have been great under the Triple H era? Right, Sophie.
You ready?
For what?
1111 Masters Boulevard.
No. Robbie says, oh, New Day are washed up. Crazy says, so Travis, how did you know Paul's name was Paul E. Dangerously?
Because he's Paul E. Dangerously. I watched Paul E. Dangerously in the NWA and WCW for years. He had the cell phone and the long ponytail.
Yeah. There were things before or around ECW, guys.
Yeah, he started ECW because I think he just didn't get along with those guys in WCW and stuff. But
Right.
he was there. I mean, he was actually an announcer for a while too. But
Film says, don't worry,
Who's
I'm
the
still here.
manager?
Sorry, I got distracted by those glorious things. Sophie says it'll be interesting when the road to the Rumble and Mania starts under Paul. Robbie says, D, give us a woo. Films like Raquel and Aaliyah's Emirates are so hot. And Chris says, surprised we haven't seen Crybaby Liv yet.
they showed a little thing about her. I'm sure we'll see her next Friday. But they did show Shayna and her, and then they advertised her match at the pay-per-view. And with those two, you can't do promos. Neither of them can do a promo, cut a half-decent promo.
Right?
So if anything, you got to have them beat up each other because they're terrible on the microphone. Liv's had 2 years of nothing but being on TV. If she's not on TV tonight, I think it's the first time she's not been on TV since 2019.
It's funny. But true. Luxury says, Sophie, have you ever seen Chatty Chat, Cornermac, Jamie Cornermac, Cindy Zimmerman, and Stacy Bitch the Bomb Squad? Sophie's like, right now, the Warner Media Discovery merger haven't affected AEW yet. And Sophie's like, I think so. And Chris says, even the big dust was in ECW and Rick Rude.
Rick Rude went there, huh? Is that where he died? So the rumor is, because he I want to say committed suicide, but he overdosed on drugs. Well, the thing is people are like, oh no, he overdosed on drugs. He didn't commit suicide or whatever. But I guess he went to the doctor and he had cancer on his penis.
Oh.
And they were going to amputate it.
Oh. Okay.
And then he was dead within like a week.
Oh, jeez.
So obviously he just didn't want to live without his penis. Now that is from another wrestler that was a really good friend of his. But I don't know how true it is. You guys can Google that. So where's she going? Oh, there she is. We heard you guys have a problem. Angel. They're gonna rattle can it. They're gonna tag it. The bus.
What the? Whose bus? Whose bus was it?
Meth not even once.
Oh, those retards?
Adonis and T-Mobile.
They have a bus? What the fuck?
Yeah,
They
that
don't
was that
deserve-
terrible
They
music.
don't deserve a bus. That's fucking stupid.
Oh, the New Day!
Garbage. Garbage.
You just
They
said the
weren't
same
really
thing.
in the funeral. Did they just have a funeral? They weren't really there. Crazy says, oh my bad, I thought the Dangerously gimmick started in ECW. My bad.
No. He was around a long time before that.
Sophie says, everybody worked for both WCW and ECW at one point in their career. So he's like, a Christmas Story sequel is going to be on the HBO Max in November with the original stars.
I'm excited for all these things coming out. Gives me stuff to watch, especially Christmas stuff.
Chris says, damn rude, lived his gimmick. Sophie says, do you think Big E will ever come back to wrestle from his career-ending injury?
Well, I would say there's a 52% chance that yes, he comes back. I'm going to go more on the positive side. They're supposed to be bringing back the Power of Positivity tonight.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why they're acting all weird so that they can be all like, ah, just kidding?
Well, it looks like Xavier there has a broken foot again.
Does he, though? Jesus.
They were buried last week.
Boxes of booty-os.
You can't say it without a straight face, yeah.
They're-
Boxes of booty.
Well, they were burning the boxes of booty-os, so, you know, it was fine. It's all good.
Were they burning pancakes, though? Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
The majestic corn. Anytime they burn majestic corns, it's bad.
Luxury says Mark Weber and Jason McDaniels, Nevada.
Was
Hot
Francesca
dice
out there,
battle.
though? Did they burn
Oh,
Francesca?
Sanders.
Are they breaking up? Oh, Vikings are coming out. That's weird.
Anyways, Luxury says Mark Weber, Jason McDaniels, the Nevada Hot Dice Battle, Mo Sanders, Illinois Riot was a good feud. Seems like a lot of names. Sophie says we might not see guys like Goldberg that much in the Triple H era like we have seen under the old men.
Yeah, things are changing. Obviously, we're seeing it.
Chris says, so Viking Raiders did a lynching last week? Oh, just kidding,
No,
guys. It's just
no.
a joke. Chris! For God's sakes! It was a Viking pure funeral. They set them all
They were
on
burning
fire.
bootios, antlers from a unicorn.
Connecting people through wrestling in the chat again. Hey there,
Hey.
Connecting. Says, nice stream, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by again. Chris says, that isn't PG. Connecting says, I'm headed to NWA 74 in St. Louis. Fantastic.
Hell
You be safe
yeah.
out there. I know sometimes we see your little card out in the audience. I've watched for it here and there. Sophie says they aren't going to TV 14 anytime soon. Okay.
Well, I mean, what's Xavier going to do?
Well, how did he even get in there if he was in a wheelchair? How did he get in a wheelchair, sweetie?
Okay, so they are equipped for handicapped people.
It's a fake thing.
The rope's
It's
open.
all fake.
The rope's
See?
open.
It's totally fake.
Kendo sticks. Oh, God.
So dumb.
Kendo Kingston. That was a terrible catch.
Mm-hmm.
Kofi's definitely not playing in the NFL anytime soon. The New Day taking it right to the Vikings. So are we going to see this match next Saturday? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Pre-show? Are we going to get pre-show matches back? Oh my God, that is $1,000. And
At least.
broke.
At least.
And it broke.
It's definitely not cheap for crap's
Yeah,
sake.
minimum $1,000. And it's broken. He broke the front wheel on it. Some crippled kids just in the back going,
I could have had a new wheelchair.
no, it probably is his.
Oh,
and
they
he's
stole
like,
it. That makes a lot more sense. The New Day, being who they are, stole some handicapped kid's wheelchair and then threw it out of the ring and broke it.
broke the front wheel.
Sophie says it'll be interesting that we are going to get with the Rumble matches under Triple H, like what stars we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that is going to be exciting, and that match might last even longer than it already does. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of long runs
Right?
like Vince did, with Brock or whatever.
True.
Whoa, they just cut all those people's heads off.
Off with their heads!
They had like 2 horsemen with a cable, and they just,
Oh,
and
that's
they-
nice.
like 12 people.
Well, that's
Heads.
the way to do it.
It's no time to lose your head.
Lop off their heads quickly.
You think you just duck.
I don't know. If you didn't see it coming, you wouldn't know. Crazy is like Jerry Seinfeld wins the Rumble this year. Okay.
He could. Either that or George Costanza.
So it says they haven't done pre-show matches for their pay-per-views in a long time. I barely remember what the last pre-show match we had.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because they made it stupid. Instead of just taking a match off the main card, which would have been great. But instead, no. I don't feel like it's a bad thing to wrestle on the day of the show. And they could do it on the pre-show to get people involved. Like, hey, pre-show's free. Watch it for free on
Right.
YouTube or wherever. Hey, this looks pretty good. It was a 20-minute match. That was badass.
Right.
Maybe this pay-per-view is going to be good. It's a selling point. They could put the women's tag titles on them.
Right? Do it. Chris says, I think Cody might be first man eliminated in Rumble because, you know, H is still mad about that throne breaking stunt in AEW.
Can you imagine? That would be hilarious. Like Cody's big return. He comes out number 1 and gets eliminated.
Could you imagine how his lawyers would have a heyday with that contractual thing that they just broke?
Well, I don't know.
I bet you that's not in his contract.
Well, I don't know what would be in his contract.
Chris says, I'm sure Drew Carey will return and win the Rumble, or Jim Carrey for that matter. Sophie says, for a while the pre-shows can't miss them with them booking random matches, but lately it feels like a 1 hour talk show. Crazy says Jerry Seinfeld would be greatest undisputed champion ever.
Right there at the top, I think so.
That smell's really starting to get to me.
Right there with Jericho. Well, it's kind of permanent, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh. I mean, we could put a fan in there over the weekend or something.
So, I don't know, but it's going to be a headache.
But buy a couple sheets of plywood and do it again.
I don't know. I don't even know if you could paint over it with a different paint.
I don't know. Everybody has that problem. Every person that I read, and they said...
Did they say that the smell goes away, though?
Right. They just
I mean, if the smell goes away, that's a different story. But if it doesn't, then, yeah, it's a problem.
Right. We could paint it, because it is primer.
But would the paint make the smell
Right,
go
I know
away?
what you're saying. I'll have to Google it. All right, here they are on the outside again. That's the tagging they did. Meth not even once. She's like, what are you fools
I
doing?
can say words. I'm dumb as a brick. So it was like, but Cody signed when Bruce and Vince were still in charge, and now with H in charge, who knows what that means for him.
Oh, it was a Street Profits bus.
Was it, though?
They should say it was that. Adrian Adonis and T-Mobile. And Meth not even once.
Yeah. They seem like the type of people that would tag things. Gang-like people.
Oh, look at. Big opportunity tonight, Sammy. Negativity all over Jay. Just painted in it. Obviously, him and Kevin Owens are going to wrestle those guys.
Oh, yeah. It's gotta happen.
Extreme Rules.
Maybe.
In October.
Sophie says the Maximum Male Models versus Hit Row next week. That's interesting.
Should we dress up for that pay-per-view? It seems very early for Halloween stuff.
What is it?
It's like the 10th or something, Extreme Rules.
I don't know.
They keep showing these Drew McIntyre vignettes that are like super long and extended.
I wonder if it's because they're going back to his homeland.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Scottish, but whatever. Same island.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Cardiff, Wales. He was such a beast when he first got there. But it just didn't pay off. And they ended up putting him in a tag team. 3-man band! Old Drew Mac. He's got a bad back, so I don't know if he can carry the company.
Too much weight. It's too much weight on her.
Old Drew Mac. The motivation's always been the same. Are you going to be the face? Because Roman is the face. He doesn't have the popularity of the Brocks or the Rocks
No,
or the Cenas.
not really.
Well, he doesn't bring that
No.
that watchability. Roman's kind of very vanilla.
Yeah.
But as a heel, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, but he's still like me.
But he doesn't bring new eyes. Like, people aren't going, who's that guy? I want to watch that.
I would leave him. I wouldn't keep him around.
Roman?
Mm-hmm.
We have to keep him around. He's still
Nope.
a top guy.
No, he's garbage.
But they
He's
need to
genetically broken.
they need to develop stars that they can do that with. That'll bring in the kids or will bring in other eyes.
So if he's like, with them taping SmackDown for next week, they got a lot of time to edit. Film says, come on, Liv Morgan, I'm ready. Sophie also says, I'm surprised they didn't show any Impact footage for Drew. Chris says, Wells isn't even Drew's land, he's Scotsman.
I know, that's what I was saying too.
Film
And he was the
says,
first British heavyweight champion, they said.
Britain.
Britain.
Britain is the freaking island. Philip says, I love my Liv Morgan. Chris says, I heard they are going to play Drew's old theme song at Clash at the Castle. Sophie says, it looks like they are going to make Drew win with these video packages they show tonight. And if Drew does win, he finally gets to win the big one in front of fans since he couldn't do it when he beat Brock a couple of years ago. So exciting. Match at the castle.
If I was your bro, I'd just take a tent up there and go tonight. Instead of waking up at 5. That doesn't even sound fun. Although that's what time we used to wake up and go up there, so.
It's fine. I know.
It's Drew Mac!
So, it don't matter. I'm not going. So, I can just go to bed now. Live my life.
Like a candle in the wind.
Snuff me out so I'm
Never-
gone forever.
Never know what to cling to when the wind set in.
Just completely blow out my flame so I can die. That's great. It
Oh
says
wow,
Roman
there's
is-
shit ton of time left.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've been trying not to look at it. Chris says Roman is trash. Roman is like the last effects of steroids, like when you run out. Jeez, Chris. Luxury says the Bomb Squad battle, Lindsay Francis, Denise Loden, and Laura Weintraub were always good.
Good stuff. I don't know any of the. I feel like you're.
Are you talking about that weird
I feel like.
rollerblade jam place or something
I
still?
feel like you're just getting online on like Wikipedia or something, just cut and pasted. Like, who remembers that stuff? That shit's like 15 years ago. At least the stuff I'm thinking of. Is that what you're talking about?
He says a lot of fans know The Rock will show up at some point to start his Mania feud with Roman. Oh, by the way, today is, Arcus's birthday.
I know I gave him one of those cakes. Hopefully that's
You
okay.
gave him one of those lemon cakes?
Uh-huh. Well, McKenna had a bite of it, and she's like...
Oh, didn't you tell her it was lemon? She hates lemon.
She still wanted to try it. I thought it might just be lemon on top, but I
No,
guess
it's
the
a whole lemon.
cake was lemon, too. Anyways, I
Yeah,
was going
everything lemon.
to see if Ron across the street wanted one or something. Because there's still 3.
No.
Do you want one?
I was going to try to eat one, yeah. Do you have a
Okay.
problem with that, sir?
3, so I could give
Why
him
do
one.
you hate me? Anyways, I was going to maybe get him a hamburger or something, or steak or something, or a burger or something from somewhere.
Run to the store. Are you going to the store now?
Now that I don't have to get up in the morning, yes, I probably will, unfortunately. Not that I want to.
We want some chicken wings for tomorrow afternoon.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't want to order them. It costs like $40.
probably cost more than that. Don't you have any?
No. I used that one bag when we had
What
it that
kind
one
do you
time.
want?
Oh, just chicken wing. Just chicken wing. I don't. Non-breaded.
Do you want the frozen ones? Or do you want fresh ones?
Whatever's cheaper. I can always thaw them out if you get them tonight. Get a few bags of them, and then I can make enough for all of us. And then I'll just make some sauce.
What do you mean you'll make some sauce?
In the stew pan? The sauce?
The sauce that you
Barbecue.
can eat? That everybody can eat?
Yeah. For the wings? For the boxing match tomorrow?
Okay.
KSI's fighting 2 people. Not at the same time.
Damn it.
And each one's only 3 rounds. But that's why it's only $10 for pay-per-view. Although if you don't have DAZN, it would be $30.
So basically you're still paying $30?
Well, I'm not, because I'm in the old deal.
Right, but if you weren't in the old deal, you'd be paying $30?
Yes.
Anyways, Sophie's talking about how a lot of fans know The Rock will show up at some point to
Yes.
start his Mania feud with Roman.
Yeah, I bet you it'll probably be February.
Yeah.
March, maybe, because it doesn't go till April.
Film says right after Drew McIntyre confronts Roman Reigns and then has a match with Sammy. Sophie says, do you think this UK pay-per-view will be a yearly thing or a once in every few years type of thing?
What I would like to see, because I know Triple H was trying to get one in Australia. Like, he's the global guy. He wants to go global with it. He wanted to do a big thing, and he did. Remember the big thing in India? The
Oh,
spectacular
spectacle, right?
So what I would like to see, obviously, I would like to see him do, yes, a year one there, every year. I don't think that the people there could do it. I don't think they would support it yearly.
Right.
So what I would like to see is that he does this yearly, but in different countries. One in Mexico City would be fire. It's huge.
Scary place to have it.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Scary place.
They could bring their own security detail.
They'd have to.
They have-
Scary place.
Like something like 17 million people or something like that in that city. Do it there. Do it in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Do it in obviously Melbourne, or what's the other big one there? On the other side. It's on the other coast. Sydney. Obviously, if they could go to China, it'd be cool. I don't know how that would work, but Xia Li headlining or something.
Right.
I don't know how that would work. Maybe they could pull off China. Where's another major country? South Africa. Do they have wrestling fans there?
Yes. Crazy says, bring the whole chicken.
Oh, the Middle East for sure, but they already do that.
They already do that. Bryce says, hold on, I'm still here. Just had to use the restroom. All right, Bryce. We're still here, too.
Well,
we
what
didn't
about
have to use
what
the
about
restroom.
Dubai? They could do one in Dubai
Do the wrestling matches on that thing.
on the
See
helicopter pad.
who they could throw off of it. Ricochet. Ooh, oh, sorry, dude. I thought you could flip that
You
far.
better flip.
Oopsie doers.
Scarlett
Sorry
wearing
about
her
that.
underwear in that picture. Next week, Karrion Kross in-ring debut. Karrion Kross next week.
On SmackDown?
Yes.
Very strange.
Hit row. Meth not even once. Andrade.
They're going to squash the male model guys. You know it. With those dumb
Adonis.
shits.
Meth not even once. Adonis and T-Mobile. Hey, Butch and Ludwig Kaiser.
Next week, so he says we should know where the Royal Rumble will take place soon. Luxury says the only thing I would say to Shawn Michaels is Turkey
Ooh,
lives
Viking rules
matter,
match.
not you. Bryce says, can't wait to do another WWE action figure review on my channel. Honestly,
Heck yeah.
I can't lie. This episode of SmackDown was really good. Crazy says, Crown Jewel, take it to Russia, LOL. Film says, no way, don't do China. Sophie's like, the WWE has a huge strategy for pay-per-views. Whichever states want a big-time pay-per-view, the WWE will go there. Phil says, boo, China, boo. And Sophie says, I mean, whichever states offers more money to want to host a pay-per-view,
Right.
the WWE will go
Ooh,
there.
the other one would be cool. Would be like Rio.
Go to Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro.
De Janeiro. Films like USA. And Luxury says Shawn Michaels equals dork.
They could do one at the Frost Wall in Antarctica. The military bases down there
Yeah.
that exist.
Luke says, Luke is still in the chat, I guess. He says, I severely doubt WWE will go to China anytime soon. China does not allow media and social media into its country unless the China government can control it. WWE
Yes.
tried 4 years ago, but China flat out said no.
Yeah, and China is so good at blocking technology there. They've come to almost master it, and now they're giving that to other countries. Like, so Russia's going to start doing it. North Korea already does it. They probably got it from North Korea, but it's kind of nuts thinking about how these tech companies can just control your knowledge, which we kind of see it already in America. But when the government starts doing it, that's kind of scary.
A little bit. But you know what's really funny and scary are the people who are okay with it and want it.
Right. And you see it.
Crazy.
In America, you see it all the time.
Yes, you
but
do.
it's ran by the tech companies, and that's their excuse.
Oh.
Or they call it like, what do they call it? Like, for feelings.
It's
Anyways.
for your own good. Cancel culture. And you guys are offended.
Well,
and
we're trying to
feelings.
stop hate speech.
Hate speech.
It's just, you mean you're trying to censor speech, period.
Yes. Chris says next week Roman 2 years as champ. Walter still longer, 2 years and 4 months.
Doesn't count. It was during the pandemic. He didn't wrestle.
I agree. He did. Chris says a wrestling show in Antarctica. Sophie says DX is pretty much running the WWE with Aged in charge of creative. Shawn Michaels running NXT and Road Dogg running live events about take a WWE pay-per-view in Ireland.
Right? They just need badass Billy Gunn back.
Crazy says Survivor Series in Russia 5-on-5 Team Triple H versus Team Putin. Winner gets WWE.
Loser has to shave their head.
Is Triple H on
Both
the
of them are
team?
bald.
Just out of curiosity, is he actually on the team?
He wouldn't handle it.
I
at
would have
that.
to say that Putin probably could handle it. That guy is kind of creepy. He's like in really good shape and it's crazy.
Yeah, he's like a black belt or something.
I would be terrified. Chris says, who would win an asshole match, Kevin Nash or Hogan? Are we just going by their characters? Like their wrestling
in
characters?
real life, Kevin Nash is probably the bigger asshole. Like, I read some of the shit that he writes, and he's a douchebag.
Douche canoe.
Hogan, from all I know, I mean, I'm on all the social media sites for the wrestling channel, and I don't see Hogan post anything, and ever. It doesn't mean he doesn't have those platforms. I don't look. I haven't like tried to look him up or anything, but Kevin Nash is kind of a douche canoe. There you go, Luke.
Douche canoe. Films like, I say do England for their next show or France. Boo, France film. Boo on France.
I forgot about France.
Boo
Yeah,
on
France,
France.
Germany, Italy. You could do
Portugal, Spain,
Spain. That's the one I was looking for.
Switzerland, Sweden, Norway.
The Portuguese always get off too early. They don't get shit.
Why don't we just take it all to Ukraine? They deserve entertainment.
No Ukraine.
Boo on France. Boo. That's how I feel about France.
Ooh, they could do one in the castle where Vlad the Impaler lived there.
Transylvania.
Mm-hmm. Denmark. Or
Crazy
whatever the hell it
says
is.
that was a low blow. LOL. Was it? You're gonna cry about it in the corner.
Greece. That'd be sick.
Sophie says, I don't know how hard it is to book pay-per-view out of the country compared to booking in America. It must be a pain in the butt. Films like, but WWE must stay away from China. Boo, China, boo.
I get it. I was just thinking of places where there's a lot of people, guys. I wasn't thinking politics.
Yeah.
Forgive me
Stop putting
for
it
not
in
giving a
politics
shit
in
about
it.
politics right now. I'm talking about wrestling.
France is you because of their people, not because of their politics. Sophie's like, Kevin Nash has his own strain of weed. That's nice. Chris is like a wrestling show in the North Pole. And Sophie's like about a WWE pay-per-view in Idaho. And Luke's like, I cannot describe to you the absolute joy that fills my heart when you two say things like douche canoe and sausage wallet.
I don't use that one. I mean, I just never have a place for it, I guess. Like, I never say those type degrading words to women.
You don't have to say it about women.
And I'm not a homophobe.
Nobody said you have to be a homophobe.
Well, okay, well, then where does
Why
it
would
fit?
it be considered a homophobe? A sausage wallet just means that they're a whore.
That's a woman. And you said it doesn't have to be about
Men
women.
can be whores as well. Don't you even start with me.
Therefore, it'd be gay, and gay would be
No,
homo.
no,
and
it
then
doesn't.
homophobic.
No, men can be whores. They have men prostitutes as well as women prostitutes. They are whores.
Okay, so do you know what a sausage wallet means?
Yes,
Sausage goes into the wallet. The wallet would be the receiver.
yes. And if you're a sausage wallet, then I guess you're a sausage wallet.
Right. The dude would just be a sausage.
Wallet.
Sausage deliverer.
He's a wallet.
The wallet filler.
He's a sausage wallet.
Filler. But anyway, so that one I
Drew
don't.
McIntyre is a sausage wallet.
I don't use those terms towards women usually. Every once in a while I'll say it's see you next Tuesday, but not like out loud. Like in my head or something, but
They're all just a bunch of cunts.
the words I use are like broad or dame or something.
Bryce says maybe in 2050, maybe WWE should take place in outer space, which is highly impossible, so it won't happen for a lot of years to come.
On the moon.
Chris says, have a wrestling show in Liv Morgan's backyard. Phil's like, I don't want WWE to do a show in China because they're full of... Nope. Dude, stop. Stop it. Stop. Literally stop. Stop. I get that you have non-feelings about China and stuff like that and everything, but nobody was bringing politics in it, so stop bringing politic stuff into it. Stop.
No politics. Think of baseball.
Stop it. Sophie says, I don't care about politics, but it would be interesting if they take pay-per-views out of America into different countries. Exactly. And like Travis said, the only reason why he named it was because they have a big population. I mean...
Yeah, India and China can fill up an arena.
Exactly. Had nothing to do with their
like
people or
an
how
arena.
their countries are ran or anything. Who gives a shit? Had nothing to do with it. Film says, speaking of sausage wallet, where is Matthew? Haven't seen Matthew for a while, so hopefully he's doing okay. And Matthew, if you're out there listening, I hope you're okay. Luke says, oh my god, you two made me and Jade night with this discussion. So it's like, it must be hard for the fans to go to different countries. And Chris says, who would win a cunt match? You,
Oh,
Chris.
God.
You. It's all you, my friend. You're the cunt. You're the biggest cunt of them all.
Cunt.
Cunt. You're a cunt. There you go, buddy.
See.
Aren't you happy?
Who was
Are you going to go get yourself a trophy? Chris.
get it engraved?
I
would
get
love
it
to
engraved.
talk to the engraver.
I want you to get a trophy that's engraved that says, I am the biggest cunt of them all.
What?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sammy kicked out. Oh, that was not Sammy kicking out. That was Drew kicking out.
Drew the sausage wallet. Yes.
Can't be a sausage. Well, one.
He wears a skirt. It's fine. Looks like, so if I get a shirt made for each of you, who gets the douche canoe shirt and who gets the sausage wallet shirt? For pure entertainment purposes, of course. Travis gets the sausage wallet shirt. I get the douche canoe. Totally.
That doesn't work.
I want the douche canoe. I am the biggest of them all in
You
the
can't.
asshole department.
You can't have the douche canoe.
Yes, I can.
Sausage wallet.
You're a total sausage and a wallet at the same time.
We
that's
do have a
pregnancy,
P.O. box.
sorry.
What is it?
Thank you. Oh, yeah, we do have a P.O. box now. Do you guys want to know what it is?
You want our address?
Do you guys want everything about us to know where we live? Are you guys going to stalk us? You guys going to send us stuff? Send us stuff.
You can send us all sorts of goodies, like wrestling dolls, or
Send us a letter.
you can even write us
Please
a
don't
letter.
put anthrax in it, though, because I don't want that. Anyways, Chris is laughing. Because I knew you would. And Sophie says, if you are someone that only cares about politics, you are not true fans of the sport.
Ooh.
Chris says, send in socks. Yeah, send socks.
Cuba would be a good place to have wrestling.
No, but it's free.
I think they're kind of opening it up a little bit.
Now they're free.
Are they? I don't feel like they're free yet.
They're totally free.
If they were free, there'd be big casinos there.
They're totally free.
Remember, those guys were putting casinos in before all that
Oh, look.
started. Uh-oh, the Usos.
The
Bloodline,
Usos.
the penitentiary.
Giving him a
Sami
chance.
Zayn
Oh, is he
rolls
gonna
him
get
through.
it?
Backdrop.
Oh,
down. That's it.
He's not going to win off of that.
Drew McIntyre doesn't lose. Like, he
I
doesn't
know.
know
It's
how.
weird.
It's never happened.
So it's like, wow, a P.O. box. I haven't heard that since the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Seriously,
well,
Sophie, like,
all
like-
businesses have P.O. boxes.
you really, like, think that they, just got
But
it
I
and
remember that.
didn't
Like,
exist
they
anymore?
would do that. They'd be like, hey, if you want this from the cereal box, send it to P.O. Box. Da-da-da-da.
Right?
I wonder if I have any of those memorized.
Looks like, can you DM me on Insta or TikTok the P.O. box address?
Yeah.
Sophie's like, football
It-
is back. That is. if
DM me
you
it on
could.
here. I don't know it right offhand.
You don't know
Is
it?
it 4002? Or is that not it?
Do you want me to give it to everybody?
I don't care. Yeah, it's fine. I just couldn't remember if it was the 4002 or the 12. Sammy, he's getting so close. Oh, here it comes. Claymore. Saw that coming a mile away. Oh, but the Uso penitentiary.
Oh, man. Poor Sammy. He tried his hardest to win. Ooh, we've got too many minutes left. What's going to happen? Oh, he attacked his hair. Roman's like, I gotcha. Anyways, as Luke says, a lot of people still do P.O. boxes, especially bands and streamers. Yeah, definitely. I mean, anybody I've watched on TikTok does P.O. boxes, so I don't know. Yeah, why can't you click and copy it, Luke? You can totally click and copy. It's not my fault that you can't click and copy on your own.
Look at that. They're beating him with a chair.
Beat him with a chair, sir!
Poor Drew.
Still chairs, guys! Oh, the dirty work is happening. Oh, poor Drew. Flutters was in the chat but says, I have to go now, everyone. Have a great weekend. You too, Flutters. Have a
appreciate ya.
fantastic weekend. Sophie says, wow. Wow. And Sophie says, football's back. That is, if you care, totally. Wow. Wow.
Definitely going to be watching football this year because D is in a...
I don't have to watch it.
Oh my God. Yes, you do.
No,
A
I
little
don't have to
bit.
watch any of it. I don't care. I don't have to watch it. Ew. You don't have to watch it. You just have
The
to know what
Halula
your
kick.
dude's doing.
There it is. Sami Zayn finally got payback
He
on
finally
Drew.
got a kick in. Good for
Yeah,
him.
the Halula kick.
Excuse me. Looks like, how am I supposed to save that? Although I can't click and copy it. It's only lets me report, block, or ban it. Luke, didn't you guys say that you got these, like, really fancy fucking phones? Like, you know what that fucking phone does? Like, there's a little wand thing that comes with it. And, you take the little wand thing out.
Oh my God,
and it,
just
like,
send it
lets
to
you
him on
do,
a
like, all
different
the
network.
screen capture crap. It's really cool. I sent it to you on Instagram, bitch. God, you're such a crybaby. Douche canoe.
So I used to call McKenna Crybaby Titty Mouth. And her mom called me and yelled at me. Because she was saying titty.
Titty, titty, titty. Titty, 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 titty. Luxury says 4-on-1 bullies, and Luna says, bye, everyone. Bye, Luna.
Bye, Luna.
Looks like thanks, Trollop.
Yeah.
Goth Luscious says, I'm gone too. Cool. You guys have a wonderful weekend and stay safe out there, Luna and Goth Luscious. You guys take care of yourselves. Vindicator says Drew is on an island by himself, the island of future irrelevance, LOL. But anyway, see you guys on the next live stream. Ciao. Bye, Vin. Have a good weekend. Take care. Don't do too many crazy things, okay? Okay? Okay?
Don't
Okay?
do anything I wouldn't do.
Don't do things. Don't do things.
You will never have it until I'm done with it. You understand me?
You understand me? Film says I'm ready for Liv Morgan. Let's go. Martha says, same. I have the weekend off, but I need to be back next Tuesday. Cool beans. We'll have a nice long weekend there, Martha. The greatest faction in the history of this sport. Lies,
I
Pat
wouldn't put
McAfee.
the Bloodline
Lies.
in the top 3.
I wouldn't put him in the top 10. I don't
For
even know the
sure.
factions, but I'm guessing
The
that they
Four
suck shitty
Horsemen,
shit
number
shits.
1. The DX is in there. You've got Evolution in there.
Bryce says, okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get some good
Wyatt
sleep.
family.
We'll see you guys on the next live
Look at
stream
this.
for Monday. If not, maybe Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good weekend there, bud.
There's your thumbnail right there.
It's mine.
This whole industry, this whole business.
Blah. Look at Sammy in the background all crazy with his one. He's like, ah.
Because he's part of it.
Is he, though? Is he part of it?
He's
I
part
don't
of the
feel like he's
Bloodline.
really part
You didn't
of
know
it.
that?
I think it's fake.
What's
Fake, fakety, fake, 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 fake,
Little
fake, fake,
K-Fab.
fake, fake. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for this WWE Smackdown stuff. We appreciate it. You guys have a safe weekend out there, and we'll see you again on Monday.
We appreciate you. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.